So I was just informed about this, and someone said, Torian, this is a very good triple P right here that you can do in relation to Jeremy Lin. Now, the last time I talked about Jeremy Lin, he was basically saying that somebody on his team in which he was playing for in the G League called him a slur and related to Woovid, and I forgot what they called him, or allegedly called him, and that's all alleged because he never actually came out and said who did it. He just said someone did it, but he never gave a name, and that left a lot of people puzzled, like, one, did this actually happen, or two, if it did happen, what was the ethnic background of the person who did it, because that was right at the cusp of them passing these anti-Asian discriminatory laws in relation to Woovid. And I'm gonna actually come back with a video talking about that probably after this or soon down the line, not that far down the line, but it's something puzzling about that bill. But anyway, well, it's just come out that Jeremy Lin, he's playing in the G League. He's playing for the I guess you can say the G League team version of the Warriors, trying to get a spot back in the NBA because he hasn't been in the NBA in a while. Well, he just announced that that's not going to happen because he didn't make the cut to get in or get back into the NBA. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from NBCsports.com, dated May 19, 2021. It said, Lin posts heartfelt message after not receiving an NBA contract. The NBA regular season has come and gone, and Jeremy Lin remained on the outside looking in. After a successful stint in the G League with the Santa Cruz Warriors, the Bay Area native went unsigned as several players joined NBA teams. On Tuesday, Lin posted an emotional message on Twitter, leaving his basketball future up in the air. Now, already, I have a theory as to why he probably did not get picked up. Because it says several of his other team members got picked up by teams, but he didn't. I'm willing to bet that that little stunt he pulled, saying that someone called him this slur, and him not really being completely open with it and not being transparent, i.e. saying who did it, that's what led to this. And I think they probably looked at that and said, no, we don't want that type of drama on our teams. I mean, look around the NBA. There's not a lot of Asian representation in the NBA. You have more white players in the NBA than you do have Asians. There's very few Asian players that played in the NBA. I can only think of two. That's Yao Ming and Jeremy Lin. It's probably some more, but it wasn't that many. And when he said that, he probably shot himself in the foot because they were like, look, we don't want this kind of drama and attention. We already know what it can happen. We already have a lot of black players as it is, and they are the bread and butter of this franchise, and we're not about to let you come in and ruin that. So that's just my theory. Y'all let me know what y'all theories are, but let me continue reading this article. Without entirely stating it, Lin hinted at his possible retirement from the NBA. If that is indeed the case, he made a historic impact on the league that will be felt for years to come. Lin made his NBA debut with the Warriors in 2010 after going undrafted out of Harvard. He rose to prominence when he had the entire basketball world on the edge of their seats as a member of the New York Knicks, giving us Linsanity, and he became the first Asian American to win an NBA championship when the Toronto Raptors beat the Warriors in the 2019 NBA Finals. Following that championship season, Lin went unsigned by NBA teams and played for the Beijing Ducks in China. He averaged 22.3 points per game for the Ducks, adding to his international legacy. But Lin turned down a return to the Ducks and signed with the Santa Cruz, hoping to make it back into the association. In 9 games with Santa Cruz, Lin, age 32, averaged 19.8 points and 6.4 assists per game. He shot 50.5% from the field and 42.6% from the three-point range. If this is the end of Lin's NBA career, his impact will never be forgotten. Well, it might be forgotten by me and a few others. But like I said, I truly believe he shot his own self in the foot when he decided to come out and say that someone called him this slur in relation to COVID-19, and he wasn't transparent about what it was, and they probably looked at that and said it might be a risk for him to play for us on whatever team we pick him up on, and with everything going on, they don't want to risk it. And to be honest, what I've been saying is not only with him, but a lot of those in the Asian American community are going to end up all shooting themselves in the foot if they keep doing what they're doing. And the thing is, their train has just started and is already operating without an engine. It's practically operating without a conductor, and is probably going to run off the tracks sooner rather than later. And what I mean by that is it's going to run its course, it's going to run out, and then it's like that bill is almost going to mean nothing. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that in an upcoming video about what I think are the loopholes with that bill, because some things that's sticking out to me that just doesn't make any sense. But I'll get to that in that video. But yeah, I don't feel bad for Jeremy Lin. I don't. And you know, when he had his little run and everything like that back in 2010, you know, it was a nice little run and whatnot and everything. But that little 15 minutes been gone. Literally, that 15 minutes has been gone. And the thing is, all they're going to really talk about as a highlight of his career is the Linsanity period. And that was very short lived. Like, people were expecting him to really, really go the distance, and he didn't go that far after that. So it is what it is. But I truly believe Jeremy Lin messed his own self up with that accusation, or that accusation, however you want to put it, back in April when he made it. And when people asked him constantly over and over again, who was it? Oh, I don't want to put them out there because they could get in trouble. Then that's when people were questioning, did this even happen? Was this even real? And I truly believe that came back to bite him on the rear end. And this is why we are here where we are today. I didn't watch any of the G League games. I don't even know if you can watch them, but it is, you know, I don't know. And how his performance was, what they said, they mentioned in the article, for all we know, he could have been great during the G League. But at the end of the day, the NBA is still a business. And what he did could have been considered bad for business. And like I said, he probably messed his own self up. If everyone else, let's hypothetically say everyone else got chosen and he didn't, then he has to look at what did he do off the court for this to happen. And then he said it was a teammate that did it. So I need to see what his teammate roster looks like, and that'll determine for me whether or not, like, you know, what he was trying to do or what he was trying to push. And when he kept saying he didn't want to say who it was, he wasn't being open. And I don't believe he was being honest, because many people are suggesting that it didn't even happen. And I'm believing that it didn't happen either. And he was just riding the gravy train. Well, now he can ride his gravy train into retirement, because that's exactly where he's headed at the age of 32. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.